Welcome to the Backstage Whataburger Studios. My name is Nick Russo, 10-Man Jam 2017. It's my pleasure to welcome back to Houston one of the most talented songwriters, musicians, and singers, and bartenders, and dads you've ever met, Chris Janson. How you doing, man?
Very well, thank you very much.
Welcome
This is
back.
quite an intro.
Hey, it is.
May I say that Whataburger, I just had one last week. That's my favorite burger joint.
They would love to hear that.
Well, I'm glad that they're hearing it right now, and I'm proud to be in the Whataburger Lounge with you. And wow, man, what a great day this is, huh?
Well, it's amazing, man. And, you know, my memory of you forever will be at the Pasadena Bull Bashes a couple years ago, and you had a kick drum, a harmonica, a guitar, and the microphone all in front of you. And there may have been another instrument that I'd left out.
No, that you probably got it right that time, but tonight I actually did bring an extra instrument. I brought a piano, and that same setup plus a piano, and so just going to be playing, of course, the hits that people know. By the way, thanks for Fix a Drink recently, and we're just flying high on that, and we're about to get this new single out, next week called "Drunk Girl," which I'm going to be debuting tonight here in town on the piano, and so I just play a lot of stuff because I like to play music, and it's just kind of what I do,
You talk about Drunk Girl. I listened to the whole album over the past week, and I spent a lot of time with everyone's albums,
Yeah.
And that one came to mind, especially with the culture of what's going on right now. And it spoke to a less mature version of myself, you could say, because not to spoil it, but you're basically saying you wanted the test of a man is if he takes a drunk girl home, whether he knows her or not, what he does when they get home says more about him than it does anything else.
Yeah, I think it's a moral standard kind of piece, and it's just I don't think, in the world you can never have enough good information, and I mean, it goes a long way with people, and so I think it's a good message to be out there. I wrote it from a father's perspective, first of all, and foremost, because I have 2 daughters and 2 sons, and if my daughters were ever in that situation, I would hope that a young man would treat them with equal respect that that we wrote into the song, and it was funny and ironic about the whole situation is we wrote it before all this, before the times got to where they are in the world and in the media and things. We wrote the songs before that, so it's just kind of just perfect storm timing, with it, and we just thought it just felt right, and so here we're coming with it.
Well, and it totally does, and that's one of those things where it's like the universe just kind of organized itself just the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's right.
Keith Urban, he has his song "Female" that just came out. It kind of speaks to the same notion.
Yeah, I love the song, by the way.
Now, so you mentioned "Fix a Drink." What is the reaction like on tour from the fans when you crank it up?
It's really good. I mean, I told people from the beginning that it had, I say that songs are sort of symptomatic, and you can, if you get sort of a subculture with songs like "Buy Me a Boat," and then you sort of build your own little brand and audience, and you start building off of that. And "Fix a Drink" really played into that culture, and it was just such a universally fitting song for majority of people in the world. They live the "Fix a Drink" kind of story, and so it's amazing listening to people sing it. It's amazing, it being my second #1. It was my fastest rising single to date, and it just worked. It just, again, if you write real songs for real people, real people relate to them, and "Fixing a Drink" is pretty much what all my buddies do on Friday afternoons and every day after work, and so we just thought, well, we'll try it and see what happens, and that's kind of how I do all my songs. I write them because I like them first, and hopefully other people do, and once it got on the radio, man, it just started really popping, and people were singing that song. When I first started playing it months and months and months ago, people were singing it before it was ever on the radio, which I kind of had a telltale sign symptomatically of a hit,
Totally, man. Now, so much family at home. Christmas is right around the corner. You're going to get a little bit of break from touring. Do y'all have big plans for Christmas? Do y'all do something every year?
I actually wish we don't. I'm thankful to have a job. So it's a catch-22. You can either take time off, and then you can easily be forgot about, or you can just blow right through it. And so we're like plowing right through it with work. But we're taking a few days off here and there. I mean, traditions for tradition's sake. I mean, we just have everybody at our house. Finally, I mean, we have a place that can sustain having more than just a couple people, and I'm proud of that. I really enjoy having all the family in, cousins, brother-in-laws, and sister-in-laws, and in-laws, and outlaws, and everybody in, at the house. But we just cook. We get some deep-fried turkeys, and just sort of we basically have Thanksgiving all over again, except we just give a lot of presents. But I'm like one of those people who's an awkward gift getter. Like, I don't like getting stuff, but I love giving it. And so, like my mother-in-law is always, she's like, I'm worried about you. I said, look, don't worry about me. I like to give gifts. I just feel weird getting stuff, But that's what we do. We pile it up full of what we think our friends and family need, or and some wants in there, and then just try to make it all about the kids first and foremost. And Santa comes. I hope he's coming anyway. And for anybody out there listening, yes, I'm a believer, and it's pretty
believe to receive.
Well, that's the bottom line. That's the only way. It's the only way it is. Period. And he's coming to my Christmas party. I'm pretty sure. And then he'll probably make a trip back during Christmas.
And the idea of gift giving or gift receiving, I'm to the point now where I actually love socks and sweatpants.
Oh, really?
I love that stuff.
Socks and sweatpants. I hear Sam Hunt bleeding into our thing.
I do too.
That's a good friend of mine. I'm gonna probably get him a nice pair of socks for Christmas. And I like. Okay, speaking of socks, I buy my own socks. When people have bought me socks in the past, I get super weirded out. Like I can't. I'm real weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
I get Under Armour socks from TJ Maxx.
Dude, I bought Calvin Klein underwear for the first time yesterday.
TJ Maxx?
I know that. Yeah. Well, no.
Nordstrom Rack?
Nordstrom Rack. That's what it was. It blew my mind, man.
What's up, dude? I know.
I was like, here I am buying. I never thought I would make that conversion because I was always just like, oh, whatever, those look good, But now I'm like picking out my underwear.
No, you got to be. Look. It don't matter how. If you want to put it in a basis of being real country or real, city or whatever, man, you gotta take a little pride in your underdrawers and your socks. I mean, it's an important thing. Like, I get boot socks all the time, right? And so what I mean by that is like you get sweaty on stage and you get boot sock, and it's just nasty. I'd rather just throw socks away and just get new ones. I mean, if you can afford to get socks, you're having a pretty good day. So I figure let's go to TJ Maxx and have a heyday.
That's right. I'd rather have a fresh pair of socks every day than an old
Dude,
one.
Under Armour socks, size 9 to 12. $7 a pack.
So aside from the socks, how you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling really good. First of all, thanks for having me back. Really appreciate it on behalf of you and everybody at the station. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It's you go through a lot of years coming up through this business, and certainly as an artist and growing as an artist, and you do things like this years ahead before you ever have a #1 song, before you ever have a hit song, period. And and then once you get one #1 song, and then you keep building that thing, and you're like, all right, cool. And then it's like you play a lot of these things, or any kind of show for that matter, and you it's like the pinnacle is that one #1. Well, now I got a couple of those, and then I got a couple of big hits on some other artists that I wrote for, and that makes it's a huge blessing. And I say that with a humble heart. Like it makes it a lot funner for me to play because you have something worthwhile to play for people that they've actually heard.
Yeah, and you're not brand new throwing it at the wall.
Exactly.
Like, man, I hope they like this.
Exactly.
They love it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't care who you are, that can be awkward sometimes. And so, I'm very thankful for those opportunities. And all I ever wanted to be was on the radio, having hit songs. And so I'm getting to do that. And now I'm just getting to play them directly to the faces that listen through the speakers in the car.
Man, God is good. Thank you so much
Amen.
for being here, Chris.
Thank
we appreciate it. This is Chris Janson, 10-Man Jam with 100.3 The Bull.